Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning volatility report. It is July 25th. We're getting midway through summer now. And with that, we have trading for the week. We had our Option Pit Pro Trader Summit, the SIBO last week. It was a good time. Hopefully, people learned a lot. We'll be pretty much back on what we'll call our summer schedule from now until Labor Day. The schedule's posted at optionpit.com, and we'll be sending out a note today as well. But the big thing in our next event is this Saturday. Again, we have a metals trader, energy option trader, basically helping you with skew, setup, product, all of the basics for trading these options. Good morning, Andrew. How are you? Okay. Let's get to the markets. Well, I'm just looking at PayPal here, but really, we're back to basically the two kind of key areas. One, VIX. A solid markup from the weekend, but as VIX closed basically 12 last week, we have, let's just take a look here. There's two key things really. You remember we got that but what's funny is when VIX is this low in the 11 handle, a 10% rally looks big. We'll see if we actually sustain. There was a good sell-off into the weekend. I am speaking. Can you hear me? Again, VIX, we have a Fed meeting. VIX probably stays this high, but again, look for at this point what the market is thinking, right? And this is part of the story, right? We're not quite as low as we could get with vol, but we're still pretty low. Okay, it's been lower, but at this point, this looks like about as low as we're going to get to until we have yet another Fed saying something. It's just the endless cycle of central bank intervention is just upon us. The last thing I'll point out with our term structure is we do have again, taking a look at what we have for our August contract. We're all August this week, or mostly August. I wouldn't say all August. It's which July expired last week. But again, taking a look at this, we have what I would call now is sort of a normal contango. It's $2.30, give or take. If the VIX cash slides back down to 12, then it's $3. So we're at the point now where I'm just going to say, and we'll look for a couple of trade ideas today, is the VIX futures are not going to be hugely responsive unless we have a major move involved, which means don't expect a lot upside of VIX or VIX options, VXX, UVXY, all of those products. It's kind of one of those what we'll just call a summer trade. If we look at VXX, you've got the VIX up $1, and VXX is up 2 cents, 1 cent, right? So cash is moving, but the futures are really very, very dead. UVXY, I don't expect it to be at more than 3 cents. It's up $24. Guess I was wrong. It's because it has reverse split. So we should see some new options for that coming out. Okay, these are all, there's going to be a lot of old option pricing here for UVXY because of the split. Again, it's not some funky vol thing. They just split 5 for 1. Right. But this also means for us, UVXY has a lot more room to go down again. Time to just reload the machine. All right, so we'll take a look at that today in our chat room as well. The other, I think, just sideways is I think this is kind of an interesting product. There's not a whole lot of unrest on Turkey anymore. But if you do look at this, I don't know quite what was going on with the coup, but there could be something there. That's all I'm saying. Could be something there. Volatility has come down a little bit, but not a ton. And the last thing is, again, and I will say here lastly, we have some position in our strategy letter. The resiliency of bonds and low yields. It feels like it's going to be with us. I mean, at least until the Fed says something. But what's interesting is the Fed keeps saying one thing and bonds keep doing another. We had a great presentation last week. The amount of negative interest rate bonds that are being added to the system, bonds really returning a negative interest rate are growing and growing and growing. And again, I'm not sure how all this shakes out, but we will continue to have protected positions, even though we are at all-time highs in the SPY. I think now just you still keep with the trades that look most interesting. Vol protected trades, put protected trades. Gamma is relatively low, and gamma is relatively cheaply priced everywhere. And we'll just continue to look for those. To be honest, I just really don't think as we're selling a whole lot of premium. I think there's things to do in the index products with contango, but other than that, we're still in this market's trying to figure out how to deal with this interest rate environment, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't mind. But we also have the same problem of kind of that hair trigger. We saw how fast that vol could jump on Thursday, and it wouldn't surprise me if we saw it again. All right, and with that, I will be back later this afternoon. Mark will be in here for the morning. I will talk to you guys later.